If you could know the game plan of the other team before you ever went on the field, obviously you'd be in great shape. Well, that's some of what we're going to be able to talk about here during the next 90 minutes. Getting a feel for what's going on in the minds of the reporters or anybody in the media that you're interacting with and finding out what it is that they're looking for. There are crisis circumstances that you can be in a situation where you're interacting with the media. Obviously, those are major dilemmas and you're feeling like your job's on the line and there's a crisis atmosphere. But for the most part, when you're interacting with the media, it's just them looking for information. They're just wanting to know about your company, about what it is you do, about the product that you're about to introduce. It's not a crisis. And so we're going to talk about crisis, but that's not going to be the major focus because frankly, you're not going to have to deal with that all the time or even maybe once or twice in the course of your career. And you're likely to have others by your side who have some experience in those matters or have been brought in those specific situations. So our spending the afternoon talking about crisis circumstance and then you having to deal with that once or twice in the rest of your career wouldn't be time well spent. Instead, the idea is let's make this time as productive as possible and give you an opportunity to feel like you walk out of here with a much more well-rounded sense of how to interact with the media and what to do and how to handle that circumstance as best as possible. We're going to talk about what you can do before the interview ever starts. We're going to talk a little bit about what happens in that immediate interaction when you're standing there answering questions and trying to do it as well as possible. And we're even going to talk about some things about how to handle the circumstance after it's finished. Because the reality is this stuff is going to go on and live forever on the internet, and you're going to try to have to do the best you can during that opportunity to make the most of it down the road. Make sense?